Welcome to Ruthless Aggression. Well, we are off the heels of WrestleMania 21, and this man right here is embarrassed, he's devastated, and he's no longer the World Heavyweight Champion. And in Triple H's own words, it's all thanks to Batista. The game is going to be live and in living colour, live here in Kansas City for the Raw after WrestleMania. The cerebral assassin, not a very happy bunny here tonight. And he's wearing that beige suit. I don't know how happy he is. I mean, the look on his face would stare right through the soul of Satan himself. The game is here. What the hell is his reaction going to be to that defeat to his former Evolution stablemate, Batista? Well, we don't have to wait long to find out, folks, because we're kicking this Raw off with the 10-time World Champion of the world. Last night at WrestleMania, I lost the World Heavyweight Championship to Batista. And yeah, I'm going to say it, Batista was great for one night. But let's be real here, that's all he ever is, just one night. I hear you all of you booing me, chanting you suck and Batista, but the truth is that none of you know what greatness really looks like, because you only see it once in a blue moon when Batista shows up. I am great every single night, every single month. For over 10 years, I've been the standard in this business. Last night was just a bump in the road and not the end of my story. Whatever happens, the world title always gravitates towards greatness. Greatness is me. It belongs to me. It has my name on it. And Batista is just borrowing it for one night. And now I'm taking it back. So, at Backlash, I'm invoking my rematch clause and I'm going to become an 11-time world champion. Because that's what I do. I win and I stay on top while everyone else has their one good night. Batista had his moments, but I have a legacy. And at Backlash, I'm going to remind you all and Batista why I am the game and why the World Heavyweight Championship always comes back to where it belongs, and that's around. And to all of you booing me right now, I'm going to shove that title down your throats at Backlash, because I don't care what any of you think. I only care about being the best, and I always will be. So Batista, if you're watching, you better enjoy that title while you still have it, because at Backlash, the game is coming to take back what's mine, and there is nothing you or any of these people can do to stop me. Well, the game invoking his rematch clause for Backlash. Always read the small print of the contract. The cerebral assassin does not seem impressed with the performance of Batista last night. Well, we're going to kick things off here, folks, in style. Got Edge, of course, winning the Money in the Bank last night at WrestleMania 21. The three men who were involved, three of the six men, not including Kane, will compete here for Shelton Benjamin's Intercontinental Championship. I have to wonder what condition that these three men are in, these three young men. Well, here comes the former Intercontinental Champion, of course, losing that Intercontinental title 6 months ago to Shelton Benjamin, and ever since that date, he has been obsessed with getting it back. First ever WWE Undisputed Champion, Y2J, Chris Jericho, is here to reclaim what he believes and what he says is rightfully his. Well, one thing's for sure about Chris Jericho, what a bright young talent and a bright young, bright future, this man's got ahead of him. Of course, with his famous rock band Fozzy on tour as well, the success and the sky is the limit for Y2J. have to say I've noticed a little bit of a difference in the persona of Chris Jericho over the past few weeks, leading into Money in the Bank at WrestleMania 21. As Edge holding that briefcase, we've got Christian in this match, them two former tag team partners. Can't imagine Christian's too happy about his former tag team partner winning the Money in the Bank ladder match, which does guarantee you a contract at a World Championship on your respective brand at any time you choose. Well, here comes Captain Charisma. Because you've got to remember that Chris Jericho came so close to winning that Money in the Bank briefcase, only to be dragged down by this man, Christian. With a low blow and dragging him down off the ladder. Y2J could have been entering Kansas City here tonight, and it's been a long journey across from Los Angeles. But Chris Jericho could have been stood in the middle of that ring tonight, not in this Intercontinental Championship match, but with the Money in the Bank briefcase. Well, Captain Charisma, the clue is in the name, believes he's the very best. He's actually said that he is the main event. Well, Shelton Benjamin, the odds are against him, the numbers are stacked. Of course, Chris Jericho, Christian, these two combustible elements, can they withstand each other? Well, Shelton Benjamin, probably the hottest up-and-coming talent in all of WWE. Incredible athleticism on that young man. Winning an Intercontinental Championship since splitting off with Charlie Haas, who's over on SmackDown. Well, here is the Intercontinental Champion. Shelton Benjamin, of course, unless you're living under a rock, you'll know that he was tutored by SmackDown's own Kurt Angle. Team Angle is still repping the colours, to be fair. Won the Intercontinental Championship, like I mentioned earlier, 6 months ago from Y2J, the man that he will face in triple threat match tonight. Of course, Shelton Benjamin does not have to be pinned or submitted to lose the Intercontinental Championship tonight. There will be no disqualification in the triple threat rules. Well, Shelton Benjamin has been nothing close to perfect since joining the WWE back in 2003. Tonight he's got two of the, well, we say veterans, still both young men in themselves, but two veterans of the game, lasted the Attitude Era. Jericho, of course, joining in just before the millennium in 1999. Countdown will never be forgot, but tonight it's all about the Intercontinental Championship, and Shelton Benjamin is looking to progress that 6-month reign towards a year. Going to start things off, and Jericho with a neck breaker. It looks like Jericho's going to try to take control early here in this match. As I mentioned earlier, there's just been signs since before that Money in the Bank match, the obsession with Shelton Benjamin. He's going to go straight after Benjamin, and you saw there he removed Christian from the equation. Jericho's just going to enjoy this moment. He's really soaking in this Kansas City crowd. We're sold out here, 17,500 members of the WWE Universe here inside the Kansas Stadium following the fallout from WrestleMania 21. This reverse neck breaker into the choke here from Shelton Benjamin. Christian can only watch, but Christian has that sledgehammer in hand. Maybe Triple H left that under the ring. And that shot to the champion there will certainly do him no favours. We know that Edge, the Money in the Bank holder, is in the building tonight. I've still got much more action, including the Women's Championship on the line. Trish Stratus, months after taking out Lita, putting her on the shelf, defeating Christy Hemme last night at WrestleMania 21, sending her packing. Tonight she faces Victoria, former Women's Champion herself. That's going to be an excellent match. As Jericho here with the suplex onto the barricade. Christian got to be careful and just hung up there to dry. And now Jericho running away from Benjamin. So there's somebody who is obsessed with Benjamin, wants nothing to do with him right now. Jericho is smart there, and Benjamin's going to get into the ring, and now Jericho turns. That's smart from Jericho. Drop kick there immediately to the Intercontinental Champion, unaware of, he is aware of Christian with the kendo stick on the left-hand side, and a DDT from Y2J. So Jericho makes no secret. He doesn't let us forget the first ever Intercontinental Champion. Now Jericho's just going to showboat. He's unaware that Benjamin is stood behind him. Of course, put Jericho away with that T-bone suplex all the way them 6 months ago. Incredible wrestler, incredible technician, and highly athletic is Shelton Benjamin. Of course, WWE Backlash coming to you in just 4 weeks' time. Fallout from WrestleMania. What will the fate of the Intercontinental Championship be here on Monday Night Raw? Of course, got to remind you that Raw pay-per-view is exclusive to Raw. Backlash is a Raw exclusive pay-per-view. Then SmackDown will host Judgment Day. A couple of weeks after that, that's going to be an exciting pay-per-view. Because we know that Eddie and Rey Mysterio, our WWE Tag Team Champions, will be here after successfully retaining them. They'll be here this Friday night on SmackDown. Now Jericho going to go to work. Might be looking for the walls of Jericho. He's going to work down Christian. Was Captain Charisma in a backstage interview with Jonathan Coachman earlier tonight actually said there is no chance he doesn't leave Kansas with the championship. That's a lovely full Nelson driver. Reminds me of the Masterpiece, Chris Masters, who, well, we've seen vignettes of, but hearing that he's going to be appearing very shortly. He has a submission hold, this full Nelson, called the Master Lock. Because he's going to be coming into Monday Night Raw and hosting a very special show called the Master Lock Challenge, where £1,000 will be up for grabs if you can break the Master Lock. So I wonder who will happen to that, and that'll be next week on Monday Night Raw. The kendo stick there from Benjamin, straight to the midsection, and a bulldog onto the chair. I think Christian's done here, and Benjamin's going to go for the pinfall on Jericho, taking advantage. Kendo sticks and chairs been used. Kick out one there from Jericho. He won't want to be getting pinned flat on his back again by Shelton Benjamin. Now Benjamin might be looking for that sharpshooter. Oh, wait a second, what's he going for here? Because Jericho incredibly athletic. He's just going to Shelton Benjamin incredibly athletic. Just stomps on the back of a Y2J. They're going to go for the pinfall off of that. I think you're going to need to do more. Christian breaks up the pinfall. It feels like Christian's been a little bit of a forgotten factor in this triple threat match. Of course, Captain Charisma wants to be the main event. I think he has to. What the hell's Christian going for here? Reverse DDT off the top rope. That's impressive athleticism, Christian. And pinfall, and Benjamin gets the shoulder up to retain. No change of the guard. And of course, as I mentioned earlier, Christian or Chris Jericho can be pinned. Shelton Benjamin does not need to be pinned to lose that WWE Intercontinental Championship. And the walls of Jericho are here, and Christian's in big trouble. Referee checking this. I think Christian's going to tap here, and we're going to bring the Intercontinental Championship back to Y2J. Benjamin in the ring and breaks up the pinfall there. That is clever, and what an incredible move there from Shelton Benjamin. Jericho rolls to the outside. That's going to leave Christian in the ring on his own. Benjamin with the chair in hand. Not something we usually see from him, but what the hell's Benjamin got in mind here? Great way to kick off Raw. He's going to just yank the arm here. Going to go for a submission. Of course, if Jericho does tap, we're going to snap the arm, but Jericho's going to reverse. Oh, into the chair goes Benjamin. You can see there on that podium the Intercontinental Championship. That's what we're fighting for. Christian here. Oh, onto the chair goes Benjamin. I have to say, I've been mightily impressed with Christian tonight. And of course, just a quick disclaimer, this is not a recreation of 2005 to 2011. This is my own version. It's going to be very exciting, the road to Backlash. There will be no removal of people throughout the entire 6 years. So for example, Eddie Guerrero, I got a lot of questions in the Discord. Shouldn't be doing this during commentary. Eddie Guerrero will be here the whole shebang, the whole 6 years. Now Benjamin is going to hit away with the chair. And a DDT from Benjamin. Jericho onto the steel chair there on the outside. The gold standard is looking to retain here tonight on Monday Night Raw. He's been pretty much flawless since being Intercontinental Champion. A big clothesline to Christian. And Jericho might be done here. So if Shelton Benjamin can get Christian in the ring, but the obsession with each other between Shelton Benjamin and Chris Jericho be a deciding factor in this match. And of course, cannot wait for Friday Night SmackDown. Make sure you turn on that notification bell. Our new WWE Champion John Cena will be in the building. We're hearing that he's got a very special reveal planned, which is going to be exciting. And Christian breaking up the pinfall. Shelton to retain there. Oh, wait a second. The obsession is too much. And the unprettier from Captain Charisma. That might be enough. Referee down to the count. Jericho struggling to get to his feet. Oh my word. We have a new Intercontinental Champion. And he pinned the champ. Well, Captain Charisma, with Jonathan Coachman earlier, said that he would leave Kansas with the Intercontinental Championship. And he's never said truer words. He talks a lot of word salad for my liking. But that's going to do it, folks. The obsession between Jericho and Shelton Benjamin was the factor. Cannot let an opportunist like Captain Charisma take advantage of your hatred towards one another. And it was here, Benjamin completely unaware, too busy wasting time, being frustrated with the pinfall, and Christian hit the unprettier. That was enough. He is your new Intercontinental Champion. How the tides have changed. Because Edge's Mr. Money in the Bank. He can cash that in tonight. We could be leaving Kansas with a new World Heavyweight Champion and Christian as the Intercontinental Champion. How fitting would that be? Well, Christian said what he was going to do, and tonight he delivered. I mean, I'm dreading the promo or whatever is going to fall out from this. I don't want to hear Christian's bragging mouth talking about becoming the Intercontinental Champion, but that's the world that we live in. Shelton Benjamin will be furious, and Jericho even more so, as he wasn't pinned. Edge, get over here right now. I want to talk to you about that Money in the Bank contract you just won at WrestleMania. I want you to sign this contract immediately so we can make it official and you can cash in tonight on Batista. That's right, Edge. Cash in tonight on Batista and become the new World Heavyweight Champion. It's the perfect plan. It would be very good for business if you listen to me. Don't be a fool, Edge. Whoa. Hold on a second, Vince. I just won this contract last night and you're already telling me to cash in. When and how to cash it in? I don't think so. I'm going to do this in my own time. You see, you forget I'm the rated R superstar, and I'm going to cash this in when I decide the time is right, not when you tell me to or when you need business to step up. So you can take that contract and you can shove it for now. I'm not rushing anything. Your own time, Edge. Don't you understand? This is an opportunity of a lifetime. You can become champion tonight in Kansas. Sign the contract, cash it in on Batista, make history. Don't make me regret giving you this opportunity. You owe me for making this Money in the Bank contract, Edge. And I'm trying to help you here. Sign the contract and do what's best for business, or I'll make sure that you regret not listening to me. I don't owe you a damn thing, Vince. I won this contract fair and square, and I'll use it when I'm good and ready. So back off. Let me do this my own way, or we're going to have a problem that you don't want. Fine, Edge, have it your way, but mark my words, you're going to regret this decision. I'll be watching you very closely, and you better not screw up, because if, when you cash in, you do not win it, I will fire your ass. And we're going to keep things moving with the women's division. And of course, the Women's Championship will be on the line. As I mentioned earlier, Trish Stratus successfully defending last night in Los Angeles. WrestleMania 21 against Christy Hemme. Now she got a bit more of a difficult task, I think, tonight. Victoria, former WWE Women's Champion herself. Of course, Victoria kind of losing her mind, losing the entrance motion in the entrance song, should I say. She's here tonight to recapture and become a two-time WWE Women's Champion. Across the ring from her is the current WWE Women's Champion Trish Stratus, who a few months ago, let's not forget, put Lita on the shelf with a horrifying leg injury. Looks like Victoria is going to block out the noise. I'm going to try and go for broke here tonight in Kansas City. Well, here comes the champ. And the sad story of Trish Stratus is she was so beloved by the fans. Turning her back on the fans certainly wasn't something that I expected. Last year, when she did that vicious attack to Lita, she decided to go her own way, decided to carve her own path. It wasn't one that we usually was used to seeing associated with Trish Stratus. Well, it's going to be a competitive match. Of course, these two ladies have met before. Victoria both scoring victories over each other. Let's not forget, Trish Stratus won that WWE Women's Championship from Victoria in the past. But tonight it's on the line, and do not be surprised because we've already seen one title change hands. And whilst I might not agree with Trish Stratus and her personality and her views and her opinions right now, one thing is undeniable about Trish Stratus. She will go down in the future as a legendary Hall of Famer. Trish holding the Women's Championship. We know that she's been having problems with Kane and Lita ever since she put Lita on the shelf. Because Lita now medically cleared to compete. It's going to be interesting to see how that dynamic works. And of course, a couple of months ago, Kane and Lita securing their relationship via marriage. As Lita is Kane's wife now. As Kane been having a few problems of his own. Trish Stratus speaking a couple of weeks ago to Edge and Mr. Money in the Bank, who's trying to be a problem solver for Trish. Of course, Kane and Edge at it over the past weeks, but of course Edge winning the Money in the Bank changes things slightly. So we're about to get underway here in Kansas City. Well, the focus is on these two ladies. Both beautiful, both tough as nails. Both could kick our asses. Well, they're going to have to kick each other's asses tonight, as a stare down is going to kick us off here in the women's division match. I have to say, I'm very excited to see the women's division. Of course, over on SmackDown we have Michelle McCool, the WWE Divas Champion. She won that last night at WrestleMania 21 against the very, very game Tori Wilson. The crossbody there from Victoria. Trish spending too much time showboating, admiring herself. Just driving the head into the mat there is Victoria. She looks to recapture the WWE Women's Championship. Because her and Stevie Richards' relationship's been a bit interesting at the moment. Of course, both of them losing their minds. Stevie Richards was in a Money in the Bank qualifying match for WrestleMania 21. Fell up short, losing to Chris Jericho. Kick out one there from Trish Stratus. Victoria here asking Trish the question, have you got what it takes to get back to your feet? You've got to be aware of that bulldog that Trish does possess and the Trish kick. Very dangerous manoeuvre. Now Trish is going to go to work. Of course, great technical wrestlers, these two ladies. Lovely move there from Trish. Reverse DDT suplex. She's going to kick away at Victoria. And she guarantees 100% satisfaction every time she's in the ring. Of course, seeing off Victoria here tonight for Trish would be a real big notch on the belt. You can imagine that Lita's circling as well, whether that be Victoria. Of course, let's not forget Lita and Victoria, very heated feud in Backlash here for that WWE Women's Championship. Sure, Victoria hasn't forgot that. Victoria's starting to do things the right way, and this is a interesting move, just hoisting Trish on the turnbuckle with that chokehold there. She's going to go back to work on the neck. I don't mind that smash mouth style from Victoria. Of course, a lot of trash coming out of the mouth of Stratus. You can see that leg brace on Victoria. We know that Trish Stratus is an expert in making sure that people have leg braces. Got to be careful you don't re-injure that leg if you're Victoria. Of course, was out last year for a period of time. Only just recently returned. And that's an impressive bulldog there from Stratus, the women's champion. Pinfall attempt here from Trish. Referee down slow to the count and a kick out at 2 from Victoria. She was maybe looking to go against the ropes, gain some momentum, but she's going to just drag Victoria to the ropes instead. A reversal there from Victoria. Going to go after Trish now. Victoria. What the hell's Victoria? Oh my word. There's no way she can launch her that far. Trish in trouble. Victoria with the springboard into the middle rope. Victoria just admiring her handiwork. I have to say I've been impressed with Victoria. What a signing this has been for the WWE. Victoria, incredible wrestler. Oh God, and Trish might be in trouble here. She's hoisted above the ring in that submission hold. Will she give up? Of course, close to the ropes, going to have to wiggle her way out. Of course, that is very hard for Victoria to keep a hold of. The women's champion's going to roll out of it. The DDT by Trish, taking down the challenger. Maybe now she's going on the top rope. To the top rope. Trish is going to cross body and Victoria reads it. Trish could be in trouble here. Victoria off for that. Oh, wait a second. Fireman's carry into the backbreaker. I've seen her put away women like this. I've seen her get a pinfall victory over Lita with that move. And a kick out from the champion, just. Victoria asking the question to the referee. It's only 2. She's not happy with that. Because Victoria has been, like Tay2 says, all the things she said running through my head, and there's certainly some interesting things running through the minds of Stevie Richards and Victoria as of late. Now Victoria might be going to the well. These two ladies not doing things traditionally as you'd expect in a forearm from the champ. Victoria's inexperience showed there. Trish might be looking for the finish because she's got her in line for that bulldog, the signature bulldog from Stratus. And now she'll be lining up the Trish kick. Good night. Trish is going to score the victory here tonight in Kansas. Victoria was a game challenger, but Trish Stratus is still your WWE Women's Champion. I can't see anyone dethroning this woman, I'll be honest. She's been absolutely exceptional, regardless of what I think. Her relationship with Edge over the past couple of weeks. I'm going to get an Edge because Kane obviously looking out for his wife Lita. I'm going to make sure that Trish doesn't cause any more harm than she already has. Because Edge and Trish Stratus been speaking backstage, and Trish believes that Edge is the problem solution. It's this bulldog here. This is incredible athleticism from Trish Stratus. So impressive at such a young age. And the Trish kick was enough to put down Victoria here in Kansas. With Backlash on the horizon, the WWE Women's Champion will have a massive target on her back. She's going to kiss that title. She's a very proud Women's Champion despite her behaviour as of late. I can tell you one thing, she certainly doesn't have any respect for Lita. It certainly didn't look like she has any for Victoria either. Well, look at that. Another easy victory for the Women's Champion tonight. I just beat Victoria in the middle of this ring. Sent her back to wherever she came from, because nobody can touch me. Last night at WrestleMania, I sent Christy Hemme back to modelling where she belongs, because she thought she could step to me, and look what happened there. She got humiliated, like everybody else that tries. Oh, and how can I forget a few months ago when I put Lita on the shelf, and now she's been sitting at home watching me dominate this division, because that's what I do. I break women and I stay on top. I am the most dominant women's champion in history. There isn't a single woman in the back or on this planet who can touch me. They all want to be me, they all want to be as beautiful as me, but none of them have what it takes to be or to beat me. And to all you idiot fans out here booing me, you can keep booing, because I just don't care. What do you think? I'm still the women's champion, I'm still better than every single one of you. Every woman in this division as well. I'm Trish Stratus, the women's champion, and this division belongs to me. No one is going to change that, so keep watching, keep booing, because I'm not going anywhere, and I'm still on top. So enjoy the show, everyone, because the era of Stratusfaction is far from over, and there is nothing any of you can do about it. I'm still, and always will be, the greatest women's champion of all time. Well, I think Lita's heard enough. Lita is medically cleared. Oh, wait a second. Lita's got a mic in her mouth. We can't quite hear what she's saying. I don't think we're going to waste much time, to be fair, talking. Trish is out of here. Not even wanting to speak. Wait a second. Lita, turn your back at her. Title shot to the back of the head from Trish. This is, oh, for God's sake. That leg that Trish Stratus injured of Lita. She's going to go back after it. Can we get someone out here? The referee is just doing nothing. Trish Stratus going to re-injure that leg of Lita. Lita was on the shelf for months. Oh, well. Here comes the husband. It's a family affair. The big red machine is coming direct to the ring. If I was Lita, I'd run for the... if I was Trish, I'd run for the hills, because the Big Red Machine is not impressed with her or Edge at this moment in time. Yeah, I believe Trish is scurrying. She looks like she's seen a ghost. She's going to scurry away. She's running like a scalded dog. Wait a second. An Edge with a cheap shot while the cameras were turned on Trish. He was aware, and that Money in the Bank briefcase off the skull of the Big Red Machine. You can see here that Edge using that Money in the Bank briefcase across the skull of the Big Red. What the hell's he got in mind? Because was in Money in the Bank, won Money in the Bank. He's going to remind Kane of that, who was in the match as well. Goodness me. Because we saw 5 out of the 6 competitors on Raw tonight, the 3 in the Intercontinental. What the hell's Edge got in mind? These 2 were also in it. And Edge now slams Kane onto the ladder. An insurance policy. Edge may be for Trish, but Kane has been laid out. Well, can't believe what we've just seen. Kane and Edge in a... Well, Kane was coming for Trish Stratus, but now we're going to hear from this man who fell short against The Undertaker at WrestleMania. He was close. Closest I've ever seen anyone to beating The Undertaker. Let's tune in to Randy. Last night at WrestleMania was supposed to be my night. I was supposed to slay The Undertaker and go on to become the World Heavyweight Champion. Something went wrong, and I'm going to stand here and make excuses. But let me inform all you idiotic fans exactly what happened. When I picked up The Undertaker for the Tombstone Piledriver, my shoulder gave out. That cost me the match. Not for that injury, I would have beaten The Undertaker last night. I was so close to becoming the Legend Killer and ending the streak, but the universe had other plans, and now I'm standing here with a bum shoulder and a bad taste in my mouth. And then I had to watch Batista win the World Heavyweight Championship last night, and it made me sick to my stomach, because I have zero respect for that man. I respect The Undertaker and I respect Triple H despite our differences, but Batista is nothing but a rookie who got lucky, and now he's walking around with my title, the title that should be around my waist right now. Evolution was always about me. Ric Flair and Triple H took the mick out of him. And here's the thing you're all forgetting, I've beaten Batista twice this year alone. And if he thinks he can keep that title away from me, he's wrong, because I'm the Legend Killer and I'm not done yet. I'm going to take that title from you tonight, Batista, and show the whole world why I'm the Legend Killer, why I was the most important one in Evolution, and why you never should have had that title in the first place. So get your ass out here, Batista. Well, I'm a level with you all right now. I mean, Randy Orton is... The sky is the limit. I don't believe a word that he said about Batista. I think Batista earned that WWE World Heavyweight Championship last night. I think Batista's time for listening to the Legend Killer is done. These 2 set to go 1-on-1 tonight. The title will be on the line. With Triple H's message, he has a rematch clause. It's going to be very, very interesting to see whether it is the Animal Batista or Randy Orton that leaves Kansas City with the World Heavyweight Championship. That's what a drastic reign it'll be should Batista lose tonight in this main event to Randy Orton. And Randy Orton has done nothing to earn this shot. Batista is a fighting champion, something that I don't think Triple H was. Batista more than happy to offer an olive branch to the Legend Killer. See if he can test himself against the Animal. Well, Batista is tougher than a $2 steak. You're going to have to do a lot to put the Animal down. Hell of a lot more than Triple H did last night. Triple H thinks that he can beat the Animal. The Animal knows that he can beat Triple H. Well, this Kansas City crowd are in absolutely electric form for our new World Heavyweight Champion. I don't think, if you think for 1 second Batista's going to hand over that title to Randy Orton or Triple H, you're wrong about him. This young man, meteoric rise onto the scene. Under the tutelage of Triple H and Ric Flair, these 2 men were Now it's time for them to go off on their own paths tonight. Randy Orton has had his own rivalries and history with Triple H. He says, well, he doesn't necessarily like him, he respects him. Whereas Batista, there's none of that. Batista winning this early exchange and showing the power. Because many people see the sky the limit for the Legend Killer and Batista. This is an absolute, no doubt this will be at future WrestleManias to come. Right now they're both still in their infancy, learning the ropes, and Randy Orton, to the boos of this Kansas City crowd, exits the ring. He wants nothing to do with Batista. Batista's urging him to get back in the ring. Randy Orton asked for this challenge. If you're going to ask for a challenge, at least be a man and stand up. Randy now arguing with the referee, believes that count was too much. And Batista rolls into the trap of the Legend Killer. Randy Orton now going after the animal Batista. He's just going to embrace this crowd. They love him here. Absolutely love him. You can hear by the boos echoing throughout the crowd. 17,500 people selling out this Kansas City stadium, by the way. Batista's going to make sure Randy Orton finds a way outside the ring that's more of a help, to be fair. And the mouth-watering prospect here on Monday Night Raw. You get main event action. Oh, power slam. Randy Orton's legs bounced off the announcer's desk. That's going to do his vertical base no favours. And then the animal Batista is one hell of an athlete. Power, and he's going to go for the pinfall here. Might have the Legend Killer, of course. The Undertaker fell shut close to losing. Randy Orton claiming it was his shoulder. Don't know about that myself. Don't know. I watched that match back and I watched the tape again in a clothesline from the Legend Killer. I think the Undertaker was just better on the night. And then voices in his head and a bulldog there from the animal Batista. Can't sleep on the animal. And I tell you what, Triple H hit him with pedigrees and with sledgehammers and everything, and it wasn't enough. Belly to belly there for the World Heavyweight Champion. He's just flexing away. Incredible physique. I was speaking to my colour commentator earlier. I wish I had a physique like Batista. Maybe I won't be commentating and maybe I'll be in that ring. Oh, off the ring post goes the animal. Randy Orton just admiring his handiwork. I have to say, ever since leaving Evolution, we thought, Randy Orton, the sky's the limit. He's doing things the right way, beating Triple H, becoming the youngest world champion of all time. And he turns into this. I've seen him punt kick Mick Foley. I've seen him punt kick legends like Ric Flair. It just doesn't seem like the Randy Orton that we were advertised. But of course, with that killer instinct comes the championships, the victories. Of course, getting into a WrestleMania match with The Undertaker at such a young age shows you the trajectory that this young man's on. Now Randy Orton going to line up Batista and a knee drop to the face of the animal. Randy Orton, oh God, the disrespect from Randy Orton to sit on that top turnbuckle. Just mock Batista. Let's not forget Batista is the World Heavyweight Champion, and the Luthez press going to hammer away on the champion. Because these two know each other inside and out, went through the mentorship of the two guaranteed Hall of Famers, Triple H and certainly Ric Flair. These chops here from Orton. They'll have trained together, they'll have practiced together. I wonder who won those spars. It's the first official time that these two are going to meet. Big shoulder tackles there from the animal Batista. I think Randy Orton a little bit jealous, he's hinting in. Obviously Batista are a world champion now. Randy Orton doing that before Batista. He'll be sure to remind the animal of that. Roll-up pin here from the Legend Killer. Could be about to put away for the World Heavyweight Championship. Could be about to win, and Batista gets the shoulder up. Randy Orton not happy with the officiating here from our match official in charge, John Cone. And a big clothesline, and accidentally catches the referee. Batista catching the referee with that clothesline. He didn't mean to do that. Now the Viper is going to go after Batista with a clubbing blow to the middle of the... Oh God, where's Randy going? What's Randy got in mind? The referee's down and out. That huge... I don't even know how big the inches of the Batista's bicep are, but they hit the head of John Cone. Oh my God, steel chair in hand. The Legend Killer with a chair shot to the head. He's going to leave the evidence outside the ring. He's going to get the referee back to his feet. Batista, not like this. Please, God, not like this. The referee's still coming round. He won't be able to... I'd be surprised if he can even hit the mat. Slow count there, and Batista kicks out. Randy Orton must have thought he had it there. He can't believe it. I mean, the referee has just been pretty much knocked out. Now the Animal, oh boy. Big clubbing blow to the back of Randy Orton. Never turn your back on an Animal. And a spine buster from Batista. Pinfall attempt. John Cone's still coming round here. And a kick out from the Legend Killer. Still in this one. World Heavyweight title on the line the night after WrestleMania 21. 4 weeks out from the Raw exclusive pay-per-view Backlash. Where we already know that Triple H has evoked his rematch clause. And whether that's going to be the Viper or whether it's going to be Batista, well, we're about to find out. But I know of one thing's for sure, the game wants his hands on both of these men, both of them embarrassing him for the World Heavyweight Championship and a DDT from the Legend Killer Randy Orton. New move to the arsenal there for the Legend Killer. DDT off the middle rope, it's very effective. I might be looking to put away Batista. Into the corner goes the Animal. He's not wounded yet. You better believe that if there is a wound, Randy Orton will what the hell's Randy Orton got in mind here? Going for his king-size superplex, and that's a 300-pound man he's trying to throw, and Batista just throws him off. No, sir, not today. The Animal is scouting. The Predator is hunting, and the Viper. Oh, that KO out of nowhere. This could be it. No. I've seen Batista take a worse beating last night. Randy Orton believes it's the officiating. And whatever you think about Randy Orton, his ability to strike out of anywhere is scary. Because that RKO, the 3 most dangerous letters in all WWE. The 2 most dangerous letters are the FU, or the SmackDown, new SmackDown WWE champion John Cena with the FU, and Batista with a huge clothesline. Randy Orton trying to debuckle the turnbuckle pad. He's going to fight out of this one, going to sweep the leg of Dave Batista. Because that's it. We saw that Triple H in the build-up to WrestleMania addressed him by his government name, making it personal, extra personal with Batista. But let's not forget, he has a very personal rivalry with Randy Orton. Whilst there's respect there, I don't know if that's mutual between Randy Orton and Triple H. And the Viper is going to debuckle the other turnbuckle pad. The referee John Cone is doing nothing about it. I'm sure he don't want to get involved in collateral damage yet again. Randy Orton now sending the World Heavyweight Champion into that exposed turnbuckle. Pinfall attempt here from the Legend Killer. Could be about to win. He's tried everything, all the tricks of the trade, and it's not enough. And again taking issue with referee John Cone, who's just trying to do his job. If I was John Cone, I'd be thinking about disqualification for the Viper at this point in time. Randy Orton doing absolutely everything to try and win this match the wrong way, and it hasn't been enough to put away Batista. And what the hell's Randy Orton doing? Batista's going to come try save the referee, getting rid of the referee. Oh, wait a second. Randy Orton's in trouble. Batista has him open, the Batista bomb. Goes for the pinfall, but the referee's down. The referee is down, and you could count to 30. Batista's going to go check Randy Orton roll into the corner. Batista's going to go check on the referee. John Cone had the match won there with that Batista bomb. He's trying to ask him to get to his feet. That's what he's going to do. And back in the ring now, the Viper is waiting for him. And straight into a punch runs Batista. He might be an animal, but animals fall for traps. Went for a low blow there. Batista reading it. And now Orton could be in trouble. Clubbing blows here from Batista. He might be off for that Batista bomb. The referee's distracted again. The referee's distracted, and this is the second time. The referee is putting the term. Batista is not happy. Referee John Cone has to. And now he might be looking for another one. Randy Orton's in trouble. He's already been hit with 2 Batista bombs. What comes next? The Viper with a reversal. RKO. Gonna see a new World Heavyweight Champion. Hook of the leg. Batista's done. Could be enough. And my heart was in my mouth there, folks. I felt for sure Randy Orton had done the job. 2 RKOs, 2 Batista bombs here on Monday Night Raw live from Kansas City. And John Cone messing around with that again. And that's frustrating Randy Orton. As you can see here, he has Batista beat. Both of these men have had each other beat. And now Batista's going to fight back with everything that he's got. Randy Orton now. He's been stalked. Batista with a huge punch to the midsection. Another huge clubbing blow from the Animal. Here we go, look at the strength of Batista. Fall away slam. Both these men are down. Both these men are spent in this World Heavyweight Championship match. What an incredible opening to Raw. So SmackDown could reply as we are entering a new era here. The era of evolution. Batista with another huge blow. Now Randy Orton telegraphing it again. Might be looking for another RKO. Does go for it, and Batista just slaps the taste out of his mouth. Now Batista's unloading, and this is dangerous because what goes up must come down. Spine buster again from the Animal. Here we go. Here we go. For a 3rd time and a hat-trick. He's won this match twice, and the 3rd time's going to be the charm. A Batista bomb connects. And Batista retains. Wow, what a match, folks. Where do you get drama anywhere else like this? Both of these men had the match won before the final bell. It was Batista who survived the every dirty underhanded tactic, every RKO, every turnbuckle debuckling. He's still the World Heavyweight Champion. It looks like it will be the game versus Batista at Backlash. Randy Orton will be very frustrated tonight. And it was this Batista bomb right here that put down the legend killer once and for all. What an incredible performance from Randy Orton, apart from the underhanded tactics. Let's disregard that. As we close the show here for our premiere episode of Raw next week is going to be exciting. What the hell is Randy Orton? How is he going to respond and react to this? The Animal is victorious. And wait a second. Someone's on the ramp, and I know damn well who that is. It's Triple H with a sucker punch. And ask him to lower the cage. Where the hell's the cage come from? Triple H now, been locked inside a cage with an Animal. He's not the smartest thing I've ever seen the game do in his 10-year career. The Animal fighting back. Triple H going to scramble. He can't run anywhere now that he's asked for the cage to be lowered, and into that steel structure goes the game. And Batista into it again. The Animal survives the jungle tonight. And at Backlash, Batista, Triple H will be live.